Nexus AR-15 guy. So I'm going to do my first edition of Redneck Tech. Basically what I'm going to do this this episode of Redneck Tech is just go over the cell phone that I've been running for the last couple of months, and kind of let you know why I've decided to go this way and what made me decide to change. So a year or so ago, year and a half ago, I did a video, my changeover to Android from Apple, or changeover to Apple from Android, because at that time it just seemed like Android phones were garbage. The Android operating system, I was having nothing but issues with it, and I didn't like it. It wasn't running good, it wasn't running smooth. So I decided to go over to Apple because I wanted something that worked. Well, over the last year and a half or 2 years since I did that video, Android has really cleaned up, as well as they seem to be on the forefront of technology. Apple is great for a system that works. If you're just looking for something that works, you know, does apps, but doesn't have a whole lot of extra features. Apple tends to be great at that, but I'm kind of a geek, tech geek, so I wanted something with a little more customizability, as well as a bigger screen. Apple was taking forever to come out with a big screen, and I wanted something sooner. So back in July, I actually went to the LG G3 that had a 5.5-inch screen, and I kept it. The Apple came out with the 5.5-inch screen, but I wasn't all that impressed. It looked like every other Apple that had ever come out, just bigger. And then Google announced that it was going to be releasing the Nexus 6 with stock Android, and it was going to be running the Android 5.0 system, which is super awesome. It's super smooth. This is the Google Nexus 6. It's got a 5.96-inch screen. It is made by Motorola, and it's got a nice feel to it. It's curved. You've got your charging port here, which is a micro USB. You've got your SIM card slot on the top and a headphone jack. It doesn't have anything fancy like a IR blaster for like changing the station on your TV or anything like that. It has the volume rocker here, as well as the power button. The power button's got ridges on it, so it's nice, and you can tell when you're hitting one over the other. Like I said, it's got a really big screen. It's Quad HD, meaning it's 1440, and resolution. It's super nice. It's nice and fluid. Loads fast, moves fast, but it really allowed me to move into being able to customize my phone the way I want it. I actually, on this one, this is a version of stock Android put out by a company called CyanogenMod. What they do is they take the Android software and they open it up for even more customizability. I'm able to change things, and as well as it uses less memory than even stock Android. And that was one of the reasons that Android was having issues in the past, is companies would put their own skin over the overlay over the top of the Android system, which would make it heavy. And what I mean by heavy is it would take a lot of memory. And so what would happen is you'd get a couple of apps open and the phone would crash. Well, with this, you can open multiple apps and it runs nice and smooth. I can open my Facebook. I can open my Instagram. I can open my Chrome. And what's cool about it is I hit this box and I've got my different cards here that I can choose to go back to Facebook, or I can get rid of it. I can swipe them away, or if you see that the three little bars there, you can actually go ahead and just hit that and it'll get rid of all of your open applications all at once. So it's a nice feature, but what I wanted to show you is The biggest difference between this phone and a lot of the other phones on the market is this right here. When you're running your apps with the other phones that I was talking about, what had happened is they'd have a lot of stuff running in the background, which would kill your ability to run smoothly. This thing, I've just had those apps open. There's some things still running in the background. I've still got over half my memory available to use, and the phone runs nice and fast. With my LG G3, with 3 gigs of RAM, which is what this has, I would have 1 gig maybe available after the operating system was up and going. And it's just because they made a very heavy skin. Anyway, those are so this is kind of my first shot at Redneck Tech. Like I said, this is the Google Nexus 6. It's got a 6-inch, well, 5.96-inch screen. One of the other reasons I like it is it's got dual front-facing speakers, and it makes it so when I'm watching, I'm not covering up the speakers. If you've got a speaker on the back, it's you know, shooting away from you. If it's on the bottom, you have that opportunity when you're holding it to cover it. So having the front-facing speakers is really nice because they're facing you. So anyway, guys, also I've got somebody I want you to guys go check out. I'll have a link to her Facebook page. She's been running on Krista Blade's channel for the last couple of months. She's going to be creating her own channel here soon. Her name is Sin Osiris, and like I said, I'll put a link to her Facebook page down below. Seems really bright and is just getting into the gun culture or gun into guns, and so I think that we need to make sure that we're opening up our horizons and bringing as many people in as possible. So anyway, guys, take a look at her page. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment, and remember, like, subscribe, and let me know what you think. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.